Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide our meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, we connect with our higher self. Your higher self is the intuitive essence of your soul, your own wise inner voice that actually guides you through this life. We ask it to take a form, we ask our higher self to touch our bodies, and we draw our higher selves in to sit in meditation. After that, I'll make a little Om sound so that you can push the button on your apparatus and meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we practice the art of radiance, through which we draw to us from the cosmos a beautiful beam of white light coming down to the top of our head, down into our stomach. Our solar plexus is the center of the emotional body. And from there we laser that white light out through our auric field, pushing our electromagnetic energy, our presence out stronger and wider out into the world, up into the sky. And you'll just continue. Breathe in, draw the white light down, exhale, extend it out. And as you do that through your meditation, you will find that it brings you into a deep state of meditation. Another Om. And in the third part of our meditation, people send in ideas to extend our meditative, our higher consciousness energy out into the world. Today we're going to send our energy to the children of the world. There have been children that were attacked recently. Children are suffering. The ideas, the struggles, the wars of adults. And so we want to send the children of the world our light that will support them, that will bring them an energy that can make them feel safe, and just embrace them so that they can be children and allow that to be their daily experience. Ready? We'll begin with breath, because we'll breathe in through our nose and then we exhale very slowly. In our exhalation, we quiet our brains into a meditative state. Here we go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top for a moment, and now exhale very slowly. Once again, breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly. Ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take a form for you. It could be a being, or a light, a tree, an animal, an equation. Just ask your higher self to take a form for you at this moment. And now ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine essence at this moment. And just imagine anywhere in your body that your higher self is touching you. And wherever that is, just begin to breathe in through that point. Feel an opening. Mm-hmm. Mm. Take a deep breath into your body and reach up into the cosmos and draw a beautiful beam of white light down to the top of your head, down into your stomach, solar plexus, and laser that beam out, across the planet, back up into the cosmos. Breathe in, draw the light down, and feel how that white light quickens you, calms you, and extends your essence. Extend it out, back up into the cosmos, and just continue that beautiful cycle of drawing light in, having it quicken your consciousness, and exhaling it out into the world. Om. Breathe deeply into your body and gather in your mind's eye all the children of the world, from every place, from every race. Gather all the children into your mind's eye. Just experience their wonderful energy. And ask the children what frequency of light, what color they need from you so that they can be safe, they can play like children, that their hearts are lifted. Just see the color that they choose. And reach up into the cosmos and pull down exactly that tone, exactly that color, down through the top of your head, down into your solar plexus, and laser that beam of light directly to all the children of the world, giving them a sense of being embraced, protected, sense of love, sense of safety. Just continue that color that they've asked for, flowing down from the cosmos through you and out to the children. Just continue to do that till you can feel that every child is being given that sense of belonging, of safety, of love. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Thank you for joining us in this wonderful meditation. We have a second part to our meditation. It's called Knowings, and people from around the world send in questions of conversations, of themes that they would like for us to touch upon in order to uplift our spirits and to illuminate us all. So Alison will tell us the questions that have come for today.
The first question is from Long Beach, California in the U.S.A. Dear Chris, I just discovered that a book that has shaped my spiritual life for decades and with the content presented as a real-life experience is fiction and did not happen. My question is, does it matter?
Oh my. First of all, let me say that when somebody writes something, whether it's a movie or a poem or a book, they're tapping into an expanded consciousness, into that creative source in their imagination. And what I know is that we don't understand the imagination and its power, but what we do know is that whatever you imagine, you have some frame of reference for. So the fact that you found that book and you found messages or energies or inspiration in that book and it guided you means that for you, you also have some kind of connection to what was in that book. And so what I would say to you is that it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you select stories or experiences or attributes that you found in that inspiring spiritual book that guided your life, and you amplify them because that they meant something to you means that you have a frame of reference for that in you. And so all that does is take you away from that guy or that group or that whatever was in the story, and brings it back to the potential of something that you carry that's true for you. And so what you want to do is to pick those things and really feel that you are integrating them into your life, and that you then become the template. You become the storyteller through the way you live your life. It's not about them. It's about you. Allison.
The second question is from Australia.
Australia.
Chris, recently the Dogons keep coming up in my mind. Prior to this, I knew nothing about them except for their name. I've researched them, but they are coming up in so strongly. Mm-hmm. I really want to ask you what this means. Thank you from down under.
Oh, well, I love hearing this question because I too have a connection to the Dogons. I once participated in writing a movie script about them because the Dogons are a tribe in the western part of Africa who live their lives in relationship to their star brothers. They feel that they are connected to Sirius, to the star Sirius. And you know, we in the Western world did not discover Sirius B until the 1990s. And 6,000 years ago, they were drawing in their caves a perfect trajectory to Sirius B. We had Sirius A, but we didn't have Sirius B. So they had it thousands of years ago. And their story is that the great beings from Sirius, which they say is the most dense body in our universe, and it's the source of life according to them. But what they say is so interesting, that the Sirians came to Mars when Mars had water, and that they are still on Mars, some of them, and that they came from Mars down to Earth when, again, there was much more water on Earth, and they came in an amphibious form. And every 60 years they have what they call the Sige, I think it's called, ceremony, which is a reconnecting to the Dogons, reconnecting to the Syrian gods, what they would call them. And so what's really beautiful about that is that here are these people, they didn't have telescopes. They drew, not only did they draw the trajectory to Sirius B, but they drew perfect rockets thousands of years ago in their caves, exactly like the rockets we have now. And so I think it's magnificent that suddenly you feel like you're getting some energy that you want to know them. And I would say that they are, the messengers for you. They're a channel for you to link up to Sirius. We all have galactic energy. We all come from a galaxy. We are connected to the stars. This is not a fantasy. Everything in our universe is made out of carbon atoms, and so are the stars, and so are we. So that you have suddenly found it important to you to contemplate the Dogons. This is because they're whispering to you. They're saying, look up to Sirius. And you know that Sirius is, if you look at Orion the Hunter, the 3 stars on a diagonal, if you find the bottom star and travel, it'll go into another constellation, the dog stars, and there is Sirius, which is the brightest, bluest star in our environment of Earth. Isn't that interesting? So it may mean that you as a soul have a connection to the Syrians, have a connection to the consciousness and the story of the Syrians. And so I would just recommend that you, when you go to bed at night or any time, because remember that one of the cosmic giggles is that the stars are still out there In the daytime, we just don't see them. So anytime you feel that pull, to just close your eyes for a moment and ask your higher self to give you a tool that will help you to link up with that Syrian energy and see perhaps the wisdom or illumination or some kind of energy that it's whispering to you, that it's offering to you. Great love. Allison.
The last question is from Chester, England.
Chester.
Will humanity ever become light and playful again and live without all the drama and heartache that is flooding our planet right now? I remember the levity of light and joy that happened on the planet when World War II ended. I watch your knowings, and you carry that same light and levity even in today's world. I'm wondering if you know something I don't. I have walked with your work through my life and would love to hear your answer if we will somehow make it through all this to worldwide joy.
Oh, and my answer to you is such a simple one. But I love that you mentioned the joy at the end of World War II. We tend to think that safety and peace are about the cessation of war, but it isn't just that story. And what I would say to you is that be happy now. Don't wait for the world to be happy. Be the template of happiness and play and joy. And look around in your life. Don't just listen to the news, because the news never tells about the individuals like you who are longing for joy. We have within our psychogenetics a very archaic imprint that says, if someone else is suffering, you don't have the right to be joyous. But the truth of the flow of energy is that if you are a point of joy, you will be able to uplift people who are suffering, people who are sick. And the world needs, as you're saying, that happiness now. And so let it begin with you, and let it begin with me, and let it begin with all of us, that we allow ourselves. And one of the ways to do that is to just look around you. You may find something funny in an animal that's a pet. You may find something beautiful in nature. All around you is laughter. All around you is joy, the joy of life itself. And so that's what I would say, is that use your consciousness to begin to call to you, to magnetize to you things that make you giggle, things that bring you joy, and know that you have the right to. And that the happier you are, the more that will exude through you and touch strangers. When I go shopping or I'm out in public, I'm always extending loving, laughing energy to others, whispering or chatting silly things with them, just to allow them to let go of the heaviness. And each of us is an inner child. And that inner child is not the emotional child that we think of in our childhood, but it's the wise child that's connected to the cosmos, that's connected to nature, that wants to find beauty and fun and magic. And so practice the art of that, the art of joy, and be a template and expand that in your life. And you know what? You're going to find that around you there's so much joy, and then that ripples out and ripples out and ripples out, so that your world is a joyous world. If yours is, mine will be. If ours is, the world will find us, and it will find that energy and have it for itself. Cosmic giggles and great, great joy and light to you.